In the past, a COVID-19 patient was required to be symptom-free for 14 days before being discharged from the health system. But the requirement set by the World Health Organization for countries affected by community spread has now been just 3 days. During Wednesday's Ministry of Health media briefing, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Wason announced the change for patients who are displaying symptoms.
So the first category for symptomatic persons, if you spend 10 days from the date of onset of your symptoms, 3 days plus 3 days with no symptoms at all, we will discharge you to your home, giving you a quarantine order to stay for further 7 days at your home without a diagnostic test being done.
The measures for asymptomatic patients are slightly different.
In terms of asymptomatic persons who had no symptoms at all, those persons will now be asked. The criteria is very similar, but your 10-day period will start at the point that you had a positive test, rather than at the point that you began to have symptoms.
With a change in how things were previously handled, it will now effectively reduce the population of COVID-19 positive patients at the health facilities, which have crossed 1,100 people. While this country's bed capacity now stands at 60%, TTT News has been reliably informed that some 400 persons are expected to be discharged on Wednesday. And when it comes to admitting COVID-19 positive patients to health facilities, the Ministry of Health said it will reserve bed space for moderate and severe patients and will have patients who exhibit mild symptoms to self-quarantine at home. Those people will be monitored by healthcare professionals.
If it has worsened, if it is better, if it has stayed the same, they will also ask you about your household, if the persons in your household have any signs of symptoms of disease. If they do, we can send someone out and have those persons swabbed to see if they're positive or negative as well.
The ministry is hopeful members of the public exercise responsibility and self-quarantine at home while wearing masks and maintaining social distances from family members. Wason, TTT News.